Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Eileen with Unique Gifts and Decor by Lady Di. Happy Tuesday to everyone. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying your day today. So far, it is morning here, down here in North Carolina. The sun is shining. It's supposed to be, y'all, about 90 degrees today. So I'm outside early this morning because it is nice. It's cool. It hasn't got hot yet, so I'm taking advantage of this nice morning air. But I'm hoping you guys are up and about, had your morning coffee. You probably are, some of y'all probably at work, on your way to work, or out shopping. I know some of the stores, I think Pop Shelf has 90% off today. I think the Dollar General has some sales going, clearance sales going on. But whatever you're doing, I'm hoping that you are going to make the best of today. Just stay up, stay positive, just stay on course, stay in your lane, work your garden, okay? I just wanted to come on this morning, you guys, to give you guys a little encouragement, to kind of motivate you. I know sometimes we feel like we get discouraged. We feel like God is not moving as quick as we want him to. And sometimes we just feel like that kind of nobody cares about what we're going through, how we're feeling. You know, sometimes you have people you can talk to, and then sometimes you have people that you don't want to talk to. And then sometimes, you know, we get overwhelmed so much that we just don't want to share with people the things we're going through. And it's not that we don't want to be judged, because some people do judge you, but sometimes you just don't want to think about it, okay? Sometimes we get to the point where we lock ourselves in, we don't talk to anybody, we just kind of just in a daze, okay? And that is, you guys, a early form of being depressed, a depression. So we don't want to have that spirit of depression creep up on us, okay? And it's hard sometimes, way things are going on in our lives and in society. We get overwhelmed, okay? And sometimes we wanting things to happen immediately. We live in a microwave society where we want it to happen instantly. Sometimes we don't see things happening. We wonder, God, where are you? You know, where are you? I'm praying, I'm fasting, I'm believing, I'm trusting you, God. I'm speaking your word, but God, I just don't see any results. That's a lot. But that's where the faith comes in at. Faith is us believing and not seeing, okay? But also know that God is working behind the scenes. Now, we might not see what he's doing. He might be moving things out of the way, so that's going to make room for you. But things take time and patience. And sometimes that's very discouraging, and it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. But there are so many promises in the Bible that God has made to all of us. And I have not counted, and I probably need to research that. But if he's promised you something, rest assured it's going to come to pass before you leave this earth, okay? Now, our timing is not in his timing. That is the hard part of this whole matter. We may be faced with health issues, financial issues, relationship issues, whatever that it is. We just have to give it to him. Now, sometimes we can talk to our friends, our family members, co-workers, or whomever. We can talk to them about it. But you know, sometimes they can listen and they can give you advice, but they can't fix it, okay? So we need to go to the one who can fix it, and that's Jesus himself. Yesterday morning, I was reading over my daily devotions. Let me start with the one that was up today. It says, refuse to get stuck in trying to guess what the future will bring and what you might have to do. Conjecture is not truth. Take every day as it comes and do the best you can with current circumstances. And that comes from Matthew 6:34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about its own things. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. So that's kind of saying, we're worrying about things that might happen tomorrow, what's going to happen down the road or whatever, but we only can control what we can do here today in the future and do it to the best of our ability. As long as we're doing the natural, I tell you guys, God is going to do the super. We just got to stay in our lane, stay on course. And yes, sometimes it's hard to give it to Him and not pick it up because we're facing it. But one thing that I have done is try, and it's hard, but I try to get my mind off of my things that I might be dealing with, and I try to be a blessing or do something to help somebody else, okay? And it might be just the littlest thing as a word of encouragement, or just doing a little something. Or if you send someone in a store or something where you're out running around or picking up some lunch or anything, a smile. If you smile and speak to somebody, that lets them know that they are being seen. Because sometimes people don't feel like they're being seen or heard. But if you just smile at them and just, say, hey, good morning, how you doing? Or give them a compliment. Wow, you look nice today. I love that outfit. Your hair is banging, girl. You got it going on today. And put a smile on their face. Let them know, hey, I am being noticed. Sometimes they might not think that they're worthy enough. We all do that. Think we're not good enough. Think we're not talented enough. Think we don't deserve different things or have different things. We all these things and thoughts are going through our minds. But yesterday, the devotion says that I read yesterday, and this kind of hit home a lot. It says, do not give in to self-denigration and underestimating your ability to do all that is necessary in this season. I have called you and have chosen you for such a time as this, but you must position yourself to cooperate with my leading, says the Lord. As long as you believe you are not worthy or up to the task, you will not fulfill your destiny. All you have to do is believe that you can do all things that I set before you. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who gives us the strength. That kind of hit me home yesterday. Just a reminder that you guys, we were chosen. God chose us. Now, out of all the millions, there's the mosquito, you guys. All the millions of people in this world that He's created, He chose you and I for this specific time in this season. No matter if you're a basket maker, no matter if you're a baker, no matter if you're a carpenter, teacher, lawyer, doctor, whatever your profession is, God has chose you, okay? Now, He could have chose somebody else. Now, if you're not going to do what He chose you to do, then He might give that ability, or I won't say talent, He might give that opportunity to someone else. And just remember, out of all the millions of people in this world, you might not have been God's first choice. Think about that. That should be humbling to you, okay? Because He took the time, I won't say a risk, but God knows everything. He created this opportunity for you. You might not have been His first choice, but you might have been His best choice, okay? So humble yourself and think about that, knowing that you are special in God's eyes. He chose you. He chose me. We've got to remind ourselves, you guys, time is winding up in this world, and we don't have much time to complete everything that God has. Let me see. How can I put this? Time is winding up. We don't want to miss the opportunity and the time that He's given us to complete our assignment. What is my assignment? You have to ask God that. He will show you. As I told you guys in that week of motivational moments that I gave you all week before last, take the spiritual gifts test. See what your spiritual gifts are. And you might be already walking in your assignment, but you won't know that until you know why you're really here. We are here to give glory and honor to God. He's given each of us different assignments through our spiritual gifts. Our spiritual gifts will help us in our daily activities, our daily assignments, the things that we do on a daily basis. If something comes easy to you, then you know you're walking in you're working your garden, you're walking in your lane. But if it's hard, it's difficult, then maybe you're doing something that you see someone else is doing. You think that it could be successful. I can be successful because they're doing it, and you're frustrated the whole time. That lets you know, and lets me know that that's not what I am called here on this earth to do. So we got to be careful and stay focused. It's hard sometimes, you guys. It is so hard when we know God gave us a vision to do something, but we don't see it happening, and we want it right now. And we were in this waiting stage, and sometimes in this waiting stage, you guys, it is so disheartening. It is so discouraging. But you got to get up every morning and say, Lord, thank you. I know my breakthrough's coming. You got to wake up with expectation, okay? You just never know how he's going to bring it to you, who he's going to use to bring it to you, okay? Don't discount anybody. Don't discount anybody. There are angels walking this earth, okay? Disguised as human beings. So you don't want to discount anybody, because that might be an angel in disguise coming your way to bless you, encourage you, or to propel you, give you some advice about going this direction, or just making you think about something which you probably have never thought about, or even, you know, it crossed your mind. So let's not be deceived. Deception is out here, most definitely. We need to keep our eyes open, take the blinders off. Ask God to take the blinders off. I had to do that years ago, because some things that I see in my gift and talents that people see that I don't see, and I get compliments, I get, you know, accolades and all these things about the things that I do. But sometimes, you know, and I'm just going to be transparent and humble, I don't see what you all see in me. I mean, I'm just being myself, no airs. You know, I don't try to put on airs, because I have been around people in corporate America and even in church. Everybody wants to be people pleasers, you know, what they call brown nosing and stuff. I've never been that way. What y'all see is what y'all see. This is who I am. I know people in corporate America in different jobs that I have been in, you know, they brown nose to move up the corporate ladder, or they step on, you know, just do treacherous and evil, devious things just to get a position or whatever, you know. And that even in church, you know. And I'm not knocking any church, but some people are all up behind the pastor, you know, whenever this and this and that, you know. But you have to walk your walk with God. He's walking his walk with God, or she is walking her walk with God. You know, I think they want different titles, to be deaconess, talk Eileen. You want to be apostle, or, you know, whatever that may be. You know, titles. Are you living for a title? Are you living here to please God? Now, you can have a title, and that's fine. But having a title and living your life by that title, it should be shown. You should see if someone is living their life, you see fruit, okay? God says know people by their fruit, okay? Not by their titles, or by their fruit. Are they living what they're saying? Are they living by that title? Are they humble? Are they caring? Are they loving? Or are they arrogant? But when people are around, they this way. But when you get behind closed doors, they're just as evil, devious, and arrogant. I mean, come on. Let's not be deceived, you guys. Let's not be deceived, okay? But getting back to us as people, all I can say is just don't give up. It's coming. The blessing is coming. The financial breakthrough is coming. If you have to cry, cry. If you have to get away and take a walk to clear your mind, do that. But don't give up on you, okay? People might say they might be there for you always and blah, blah, family, husband, friend, co-worker, neighbor. They said they would be there, but when you come into a dire situation, know that God is there, okay? Sometimes you might be going through something in the middle of the night, and sometimes some people turn their phones off, okay? And you can't reach them. So what you gonna do? You're gonna give up? You're gonna have your pity-patty party? No, you talk to the Lord. He hears you. He is right there with you when you're going through this. His word said he would never leave us nor forsake us, okay? So we gotta stand on his word. And yes, things might be looking dim, but what does the Bible say? Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. We all might be in that weeping season right now. But y'all, seasons change. We're in the middle of the summer right now. September 21st or September the 22nd, I think 21st, fall starts. New season, new beginnings. Then after fall, December 21st, winter. After winter comes spring. Then we're back to summer. So it's a revolving cycle, you guys, okay? Now, some seasons are prosperous. We're up in the high country. And some seasons we're down in the valley. But be encouraged, because God said that he came so that we could overcome all of this. He walked this earth. He's feeling what we're feeling, okay? He knows. Lord, he knows. So we all just got to take a deep breath, me included, and just know he's not forgotten you. He's not forsaken you. Just got to believe. But Eileen, I believe, but I don't see anything happening. I know, I get it. I get it. Been waiting for something for a long time, you guys. Been waiting. Has not manifest. But the weird part, and I say it's weird, but it's the funny thing, is I see little things, okay? Not the big picture yet. Not the big vision has come to pass. But I wouldn't say each day, but time after time, I see little bit of things happening. I can't explain it. And I was talking to my girlfriend the other day, and I was telling her that so many things are happening, and I probably need to write these things down because sometimes I feel like I'm all over the place, because one minute this is happening and I'm like, wow, and then something else comes on top of that. How can I put this? It's part of the big picture, but I'm getting glimpses here and there, okay? Some of it's very overwhelming, you guys. Some of it's just like, wow. But if it all comes together, y'all, it's going to be awesome. But I'm getting tidbits. And I'm getting anxious. I am really getting anxious. I don't know if it's a good thing. I don't know. I don't say it's a bad thing, but I don't want to get too anxious where I miss it. You know, have y'all ever been to the point where you get so boggled down and so focused on this big thing that you miss the other things that are beneficial for you? So I don't want to get to that point, but I'm excited, overwhelmed a little bit, but I know he's working it out. Now, it's not coming as quick as I want it to be, y'all. I want it now. But I'm seeing glimpses. So sometimes we got to sit back, take time, and just reflect. Reflect on the things in your life. You know the big picture that he's shown you, but are you seeing the little glimpse that he's putting there for you to see along the way? Don't miss out on those little glimpses, because the small things are going to take you to that higher level that you are called to be at. So you guys, I probably said too much, but I just want to encourage you guys. Don't give up. You are chosen. God chose you. Out of millions of people on this earth, he chose you. Don't take that assignment lightly. Don't take your opportunity lightly, because he could have chose somebody else. You might not have been God's first choice, and that's humbling. Our pastor was speaking to us about that a few years ago, and he said God told him to do start our church here in Greensboro, North Carolina, which he was out of Texas, Houston, Texas. And he said God told him that this is what I want you to do, but I want to let you know you were not my first choice. And when he said that, it humbled him. And if you look at your life, that should humble you too. You might not have been God's first choice, but you're his best choice at this time in this season. So make the best of it. If you gotta cry, cry. If you gotta whine, just whine for a little bit. But get up and be about your Father's business. Work your garden, stay in your lane, stay in expectation every day, waking up, say, Lord, I am expecting you to handle this situation. I'm expecting big things to come to me today. Speak life into your life. But at the end of the day, remember who is in control. God is the owner. We just manage in our lives. He owns our lives. We're good stewards over the things that he's given us. That means our life. That means our possessions, that our families. We are just managing this. So be a good manager. To the next video. Be blessed.